We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight, we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. They run again with Harris. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Harris running straight ahead. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Hill on the return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Pats, they really...
Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And going deep for Hill. This is intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to...
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
After the turnover, it's Tua. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Powers. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. A handoff running left is Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt it. To a hit, and the ball is out. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Yard punt, return of 9. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this returnable for Hill. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position. 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. On 2nd down, Mostert. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync,
to a hit, and the ball is out. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. 2nd time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, you know me. Whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And given the elements, this might have been what we would have expected, Charles. Scoreless into the 2nd quarter.
The elements have definitely played a part in this game, a big part. And I think that both teams have been a little slow to adjust their playbook and start playing to whatever their strengths are in these conditions.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Jones throw taken in by Thornton. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he takes this one back into into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Patriots 14, Dolphins nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Dolphins take over first down again at their own 25-yard line.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Roquan Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Jones. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Off the play fake. Jones. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They hand this off to Harris. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris with career touchdown number 70. And the Patriots will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Tua going to throw. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 38 yards. And the Dolphins take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. He's got a man, complete. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there for New England. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Patriots. Tyquan Thornton from 17 yards out. And the Patriots take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Patriots are going to go on first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Slot man moves right.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
The slot man in motion right. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Out left and complete to Thornton.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw again on second down. Jones. He gets it complete to Harris.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort turned it into a successful play.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. On the give, this is Harris. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, Jones. And it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he gets this to Thornton.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A give to Harris. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots.
A 3-yard touchdown pass.
And the Pats are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Tua sets up to pass it.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Roquan Smith bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Jones on the return. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Pats at the line ready to go.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They'll run again with Harris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
On second down, this is Harris. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. There he goes, left side. The 20. And he brings this one all the way back. So definitely good for the individual stats. Maybe not for our storyline, but he's in for the late score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll try the right side with Harris, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy because of a chance to do it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Pats are going to get the football here at their own 23. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Second and 11. Back to throw. Jones. Right side, Thornton with it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throw left side complete. That's Thornton. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So this will...